Good day, viewers. Welcome to this edition of Oka's Beef. Now, how can Africans partner among themselves for the economic development and betterment of the continent? I decided to pick up this issue because of discussion I had with a couple of my friends from different African countries. And I was asking them, assuming Africans forge together and trade among themselves, what do you think will be the benefit, in the sense that there are 54 countries in Africa, excluding Western Sahara, which is currently in dispute with Morocco? Considering the fact that Africa is the second largest continent and second largest in population on this planet Earth, assuming we begin to trade from Lagos to Nairobi, from Nairobi to Kinshasa, from Kinshasa to Soweto, Cape Town, Bujumbura, Maputo, capitals of African countries. How can Africans, young entrepreneurs, fly from Accra to Bamako, do their business, move to Banjul and things like that? I think we will be spreading the wealth, we will be generating a lot of revenue, we will be empowering ourselves, and mind you, the bulk of the resources of which many developed countries use in bringing out their manufactured products come from Africa. Unless we forget, the essence or the objective of colonialism was market. They were searching for markets where they will sell their finished products, where they will exploit cheap labor and stuff like that. And we've got this thing, we've got the resources, we've got cheap labor. The only thing that people will say that we don't have good government. But now, good government, I imagine, from some African countries. We see what is happening in Kenya. I'm not saying that Uhuru is a saint, but at least his government is open. His government is trying to empower the youth to spread that ideology. Support homegrown industries. Support homegrown. Do we patronize African businesses? Do we patronize African products? Do we encourage one another? Those of us in the diaspora, are we thinking home? Are we thinking of partnering with Africans from different countries? Because this is the best way to spread the wealth. This is the best way to empower ourselves. This is the best way to develop the continent. We must begin to think home. No matter how small it is, big manufacturers started from running cottage industries. And before you know it, it grows so big. The likes of Mercedes-Benz and started from somewhere. We had 60-something model, 70-something model. Today, you have Mercedes-Benz 2015 model. You have to start from somewhere, and every year or every day it keeps developing. This is what we should be thinking. And I decided to use this edition to rally a cry to my brothers, Africans, whatever you might find yourself. Begin to think about made in African products and get your ideas back home. Support the continent's drive for development. You can decide to start it yourself. It mustn't necessarily come from the government, because if we do these things among ourselves, then we will be sending message. But I'm happy that there's positive news trickling out from different parts of Africa. That's my beef today. Check out what we are doing on AfricaWorldNews.net. I am Okachukwu Okori, editor, AfricaWorld News, Dublin. Thanks for listening.